Sky thought the answer to a fulfilling life was somewhere far away, until one quiet day revealed where to begin. Morning light touches the garden as Sky steps onto the dew-covered path and breathes in the crisp air. Nothing dramatic is happening. A small plant pushes upward through the soil, the porch glows softly, and the hills beyond the cottage slowly brighten. Sky pauses to watch the plant and notices how quietly growth can happen. There is no applause, no sudden transformation, and no sign telling it exactly what to become. It simply keeps reaching toward the light. That simple image stays in Sky's mind. Back on the porch, a notebook is opened and several questions are written down. What makes a life meaningful? How do people know whether they are moving in the right direction? And how can ordinary days become part of something larger? Sky does not expect quick answers, but decides that the questions are worth following. Later that morning, the path leads to the village library. Rows of old books rise along the walls, holding years of ideas, mistakes, lessons, and experience. Sky walks slowly between the shelves, searching for something that might offer direction. A heavy book is opened at a wooden table. The words do not provide a perfect map, but they challenge Sky to think more carefully about choices, habits, and purpose. Nearby, the mentor's desk stands neat and ready. Sky pulls up a chair and waits, hoping for guidance from someone who has already walked through uncertainty. While waiting, the desk is cleaned and the papers are straightened. Even this small task creates a feeling of readiness. Looking through the library window, Sky sees the hills stretching into the distance. The view is wide enough to make the future feel both exciting and intimidating. For a moment, Sky realizes that searching for a meaningful life can become overwhelming if every answer must be found at once. Perhaps the better approach is to begin with the next useful step. Sky closes the book, gathers the notes, and carries that thought home. By afternoon, the garden has warmed beneath the sun. Fresh vegetables are selected carefully from the beds and carried into the kitchen. The stove is lit, and the familiar rhythm of cooking begins. Carrots, greens, and herbs are chopped while an iron pot warms over the hearth. Sky adds the harvest slowly and watches the colors settle into the broth. Steam rises through the golden light and fills the cottage with the scent of fresh vegetables. The stirring becomes steady and unhurried. There is no pressure to make the meal impressive. The goal is simply to prepare something nourishing with care. The wooden table is set with handmade bowls and a serving spoon. When the soup is ready, Sky places the pot in the center and sits down. Before taking the first bite, there is a brief pause of gratitude. The meal came from soil that had been tended, vegetables that had been gathered, and time that had been given attention. That connection makes the simple lunch feel more meaningful than expected. Sky tastes the soup and thinks again about the questions written in the morning. Maybe fulfillment is not a single destination waiting at the end of a long road. Maybe it is built from the way ordinary moments are handled. Learning when there is something to learn. Working carefully when there is work to do. Resting when the body needs rest. And paying attention to the people, places, and responsibilities already present. After lunch, Sky clears the table and washes the dishes. Each bowl is rinsed, dried, and returned to the shelf. The kitchen becomes quiet again. Outside, the sun begins to lower behind the distant ridges. Sky steps onto the porch and lets the cool evening air replace the warmth of the kitchen. The garden darkens slowly. Leaves move in the breeze. Glass wind chimes create a soft melody, and the first stars appear above the cottage. A paper lantern is lit beside the porch. Its warm glow creates a small circle of light in the growing blue of evening. Sky sits back and reflects on the day. There was no dramatic breakthrough in the library. No single sentence explained the future. No mentor delivered a perfect answer. Yet the day still feels useful. The questions became clearer. The mind became quieter. And the ordinary work of reading, cooking, cleaning, and observing the garden created a sense of direction. Sky begins to understand that purpose may not always arrive as a grand revelation. Sometimes it grows the way the small plant grew that morning, Slowly, quietly, and through consistent care, looking back, Sky sees that the day offered no shortcut, only a pattern. Notice carefully, learn patiently, work honestly, and let each small choice become part of the life slowly being built over time. As the night deepens, Sky closes the wooden shutters and prepares the cottage for rest. The lamp glows softly against the bedroom walls. The notebook is placed nearby. Ready for another morning of questions and learning, Sky lies down, knowing that not everything has been solved. But there is less fear in that uncertainty now. Tomorrow does not require every answer. It only requires another honest step. And beneath the stars, the cottage settles into silence with one simple lesson. A fulfilling life is not discovered all at once. It is shaped patiently through the choices repeated every day.